All right, everybody, what's up? Good evening, all. How's everybody doing tonight, guys? What's up? My TTG fam, we're in full effect here tonight, guys. Another wild and crazy day. New all-time highs on the SPY, new all-time highs on the NASDAQ. NASDAQ crossing over 12,000 for the first time ever. SPY, all-time high. Dow, less than a point and a half away. Okay, about 1.6% away from an all-time high on the Dow, which has lagged significantly the NASDAQ and the S&P. NASDAQ has been the strongest of the bunch. Lately, the S&P has been catching up, while the NASDAQ's taken a little bit of a breather or a little bit of a slowdown in momentum, and now the Dow is starting to pick itself up also. So craziness in the overall markets, guys, just absolute craziness as we are getting up into just levels and valuations that are just not making a whole lot of sense. Okay, I'm going to talk to you tonight a couple of trades that I made today. I'm going to cover with you guys a couple of trades I made today in CORT, FEAC, UBXY, which we talked about yesterday, which turned out to be a really, really, really good trade. So I'm going to talk to you guys about those trades. I also made I did have a losing trade today, so I will talk to you about that one as well. But I'm going to really discuss today the all-time highs. I'm going to discuss with you guys today what I think is going on. I have gotten endless messages from people on Twitter, endless messages of people in chat that have just been asking me about these all-time highs and why or how is the market at all-time highs and where do I think we go from here? What's next? It's like literally I probably get 50 messages a day asking me this particular question. So on the live stream tonight, I'm going to recap my 3 winning trades. I'm also going to discuss with you my 1 losing trade, which was I shorted NBAX. It was a small loss. I'm going to talk to you guys about that trade. And then I want to talk to you guys about the SPY and all-time highs and where I think we go from here and what I think is next. That's what everybody just keeps asking. That's what everybody just keeps asking. What's next? What's next? What's next? It's like everybody's trying to buy put options. Everybody's trying to short this market. And I'm not saying that we'll save it for later. How about that? We'll save it for later. We'll save it as we get deeper into this live stream because it's a topic that everybody wants to know about, right? It's a topic everybody wants to know about. And I'm going to give you guys my opinion on how and why I think the market's at all-time highs, because people will always say, Mike, this doesn't make sense, doesn't make sense, doesn't make sense. And you're damn right it doesn't make sense. But I'm going to explain to you how it is the reality of the world that we're living in with the market at all-time highs, even though we still have unemployment at, like 10%, something like that.
And we have monthly job numbers tomorrow.
Yeah, we had numbers today too. What's the unemployment rate right now, guys? You guys have
it's 10%.
10? Is it 10? That was So we're still at 10% unemployment, which is just, man, it's crazy.
Great depression numbers.
Yeah. I think even during 2008, if I'm not mistaken, we only got up to like 7 or 8. During 2008. And that's actually a big part of why I think the market's at all-time highs. The unemployment rate, although it was higher this time, it's different. It's a different unemployment. And I'm going to explain to you what I mean by that. And this is going to be my opinion, okay, on how I think that we're still sitting up at all-time highs. All right. But before we get into that, and before we start discussing my trade recaps, before we discuss the market being at all-time highs and where we go from here, I'm going to give some time for people to log on, just like I always do. Welcome to everyone that's joining us from YouTube, from Facebook, from Twitch, and on Twitter. All right. So guys, fire away. I'm going to start things off with a blanket Q&A. Jason's eating candy again, which is making me hungry. What do you got there? Anything good? Is that last year's Halloween candy?
No. This is a Halloween bucket, but
That's definitely last year's Halloween candy.
no. Oh, I wouldn't eat that shit.
Yes, you
No,
are. You are.
my
You're eating it
daughter-
right now.
For my daughter's birthday,
Oh, okay.
we had a parade,
Got
a car parade. So we were handing out gift bags to all the kids. So of course I got a shitload of candy so I could eat it.
All right. Fair enough. All right. You're forgiven. All right, guys. So that's it, guys. Fire away. Ask us questions. Shoot. COVID Steve from Twitch. What's up, COVID Steve? He said that's pot candy.
I saw. I wish there was a way I could respond easier.
I know. So go ahead, guys. Fire away. Ask us some questions. Well, I give some time for people to log on.
How did you do on RKT? Yeah, it gapped up to $7 this morning. Took that first profit, 710, 75%. Highest I sold was 720, and then left YOLO for the rest. They crushed on earnings. We'll get into it, but basically we have a risk-free trade, into September 18th.
Nice.
Yeah, nobody asked the question. I'm just gonna. I think it's relevant. I think some questions will come from it. So I was talking to a friend, and a very well-to-do friend, and he was saying, I gotta read you his exact words because it's true, right? And now this is coming from people. Because look, I'll be honest. This is all kind of starting to make me sick. I don't think Americans realize how much debt is happening and what it means for the American middle class at large. And, what I said to him was, I'll tell you exactly what I said. I said, I was actually thinking about the same thing while eating dinner. They're letting us get richer. So when inflation starts to impact everyone, we won't complain because we won't feel it. And inflation is happening. It's the SPY being where it is. If we were in normal market conditions, gold would be in the shitter. Silver would be in the shitter. UVXY would be at they would have had to reverse this thing. So, everybody talks about, Powell's trying to stop inflation. Inflation is happening with products. It's happening with wheat, corn, coffee, sugar, milk, soybeans. Yeah. So, and right now, everybody's looking this way and not seeing what's going on this side. So yeah, I mean, look, this market scares the shit out of me. Real talk. Yeah, exactly, Glenny. The wealthy are only getting wealthier. I get a thing about where I live, and for the houses in my community, the price per square foot has gone up like $30 in the last 3 months.
It's insane how high housing prices have gone.
Dude,
this is a true story. I actually was trying to buy a building about a month and a half ago, and I got into a bidding war. Okay, for this building, there were 5 offers that were all above asking. We all got into a bidding war. I ended up going all the way to let's see, if it was 1.3. Sorry. I went $80,000 above asking. Thought I had the highest offer. I did not have the highest offer, and it turns out 3 of the 5 offers were all cash deals. Every single house building in my area is going above asking. Every single one. It is insane. And you're getting this mass exodus of people out of New York City just like you're getting this mass exodus of people out of LA into Arizona, Nevada, Texas, New Mexico, and just like you're getting this mass exodus of people out of New York into Connecticut, New Jersey, and it is just pushing all of these housing prices up, as well as obviously these super low interest rates with housing rates, mortgage rates at like 3%. Guys, you know, when someone's buying a house, they look at what's their monthly payment. They don't look at what's the price of the house that they're buying. You know, they're willing to pay more for the house, but if they can focus on their individual monthly payment being affordable, and with interest rates as low as they are, people are able to push the price of the house up while still letting the buyer maintain a monthly payment that's still within their affordability. And it's just making, you know, and especially people working from home, it's like everyone is looking for, you know, people that were living in apartments and in like developments with elevators and all these people that are sharing amenities. Everyone with coronavirus, everyone's like, man, I want to get the hell away from all these people. I want to live on my own. I want my own house. I don't want to share a communal space with people. And you're having just this mass rush for people to buy houses. It's crazy. And it's pushing the housing prices to just levels that you would not associate with a 10% unemployment rate. You know, usually when unemployment skyrockets, usually housing prices drop because people can't afford these houses. It's the exact opposite. And this touches upon what I'm going to discuss with you guys later on this live stream, which is, where's the disconnect? Like everybody asks me, like, where's the disconnect? Why is the economy and the market so far disconnected? How could the market be at all-time highs like nothing's wrong, but yet we have 10% unemployment? We have small companies going bankrupt. We have large companies going bankrupt. We have companies that are furloughing people. We have companies that are laying people off. You know, I mean, there's so many things there's such a disconnect. And I'm going to explain to you guys exactly why and how that is. And all of these data points, they all justify and it all makes sense what I'm going to explain to you guys later on this live stream. Yeah, now is definitely a seller's market. All right, next question. Let's see. What else, guys? Fire away. I'm gonna take another few. We're gonna give some time for people to log on. So go ahead, guys. Fire away with some questions. Oh, I don't know. No. I mean, listen, so Dave says, Mike, some people are saying there could be a correction in the coming weeks when hedge fund managers return and lock in profit. You guys, believe me, hedge fund managers are not like on another planet right now or living under a rock. Every single hedge fund manager on this planet knows exactly what is going on. So could there be a correction in the next couple of weeks? Sure, there could be. Is it going to be because hedge fund managers came back to work from their Hamptons vacations and their South of France yacht travels, and they just are like, oh my God, you know, Billy, would you look at this? Would you look at this? We're at all-time highs, and they're going to lock in profits, and that's why the market's going to pull back? No. No. Yeah. What I actually think is taking place right now, what I actually think is taking place right now, guys, you know, money managers are just extremely long. I think they're too long, and that's why you're starting to see the VIX and then UBXY actually start to trade higher, even though the markets are making new all-time highs. As the markets are making new all-time highs, hedge fund managers and financial institutions asset managers are basically just sitting there saying, we can't justify selling. We can't sell these stocks because then we're going to underperform our benchmark. And if you underperform your benchmark, you're going to have a lot of pissed off investors. So they don't want to piss off their investors and then miss out on this move and sell these stocks because there really isn't another alternative. Okay, there really aren't there's not a lot of other places where you can park money and get a nice sustainable return. So I don't think they're really going anywhere. But what I have noticed over the last about a week now, we've been seeing the VIX and UVXY climb higher, even though the SPY continues to make new all-time highs. Now, that to me is telling me that, money managers are not necessarily taking profits off the table right now as much as they are just buying. They're buying volatility, they're buying risk, they're buying insurance on their positions, and they're hedging. They're hedging these positions by, the VIX is just one way, or UVXY is just one way that they can hedge their long portfolios. There is a whole slew of complex derivative instruments that they could be buying. When you're an institution like that, you have access to financial instruments that you and I do not have. If you are a big enough client from, let's say, Goldman Sachs, you go to Goldman Sachs and you say you can actually create your own derivative product that Goldman Sachs could create just for you if they're willing to take the opposite side of the trade. So there's a lot of complex ways that money managers can actually hedge themselves. Gold could be one of them. Okay, you guys see the moves that gold has made over the last couple of months, and I think that you're seeing people that are coming in. They're buying volatility ahead of the election. I think they're buying volatility ahead of the election. You guys have to think of this. Okay. And again, this has nothing to do with political views, but this is just reality. Think about what's going to happen to the market if this happens. Okay. Now, polls and studies are showing, and guys, seriously, I don't want anybody to comment about your political beliefs. Do not comment about this. I'm talking strictly stock market. I don't care about your political views. You don't care about mine. Okay. So we'll just keep it at that. So please don't anybody comment anything political in the chat. We're not here to talk about politics. But what I will say to you is, now imagine this, because I think that volatility is going to open up. Let me explain to you why I think volatility could open up going into the election. Not only are you going to have, obviously, the polling numbers start to either narrow or spread apart based on if it's Trump or Biden. You saw a headline today that the spread in Pennsylvania, Biden had a bigger lead. Now that lead has really narrowed in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is a huge swing state. But now imagine the whole vote by mail situation. Okay. Now you're going to have, and someone brought this up today on CNBC. This is not just something I came up with on my own, but I was like, wow, that's a really, really, really good point. That could create a ton of volatility in the market in November. And that could be, imagine on November 3rd, on election day, that with the in-person voting, imagine in-person voting, Trump has announced that Trump won on November 3rd. But let's say then there's obviously a delay. It's going to take several days, maybe even a week or two, for all the mail-in ballots to come in. And then what happens if after the mail-in ballots start to come in, then a week or 2 weeks later, they're like, oh, wait a second, Biden won. Do you know what that's going to do to the stock market? If the stock market thinks one person won, and then a week or two later, they realize somebody else won, and then either side is going to contest the victory. Because if Trump wins, Biden contests it, then all the mail-in ballots come in, and they say Biden won, and then Trump contests it. That's going to create a lot of volatility in the market. So it kind of is starting to make sense to me now that you have the stock market at all-time highs, you have money managers that are extremely long, and you have money managers that are saying, we could expect a lot of volatility going into the election, and people are starting to buy the VIX or buy the UVXY, which is the ETF that tracks the VIX. I've talked to you guys about this divergence and this strength that I've been seeing in the VIX over the last couple of days. And I actually caught a home run trade on UVXY. If you guys caught my live stream last night, I was talking to you guys about UVXY. And what did I tell you guys on my live stream last night? My live stream last night, I said 2450, is a very realistic expectation for UVXY. Well, guess where we got to today, boys and girls? Here it is. All right, there it is. There's your 2450. There's your 2450 test on UVXY. Now, I had call options that expired on Friday. So I went ahead today. I got flat my UVXY position today. I bought those contracts 2 days ago at $1.27. I think they went to like $1.90 today. Okay, so that's a huge move on those UVXY call options. I talked about this trade Sunday night. Sunday night, I did a live stream. I talked to you guys about this trade. Monday, I did a live stream. I talked to you guys about this trade. Yesterday, I took profits off, 40% gain. I talked to you about that last position, telling you I'm looking for that 2450 area. We talked about this trade. I literally talked to you guys about this trade for the last 3 days. Okay, and now we're doing another one here today, and we're talking about this trade. I still do think that this trade has legs, but I bought Friday's expiration, and so the time decay could start to play into my trade as we get into tomorrow being Thursday, and then my options expire Friday. If there is any bit of a pullback in the VIX, then okay, my contracts would really start to get eaten away. So I took my final piece of profit off the table today on this trade, but I don't think this trade is dead. Okay, I think you can see the VIX, I think you can see UVXY get up to maybe $28.50, $29. Because once you get through 24.50, okay, you're going to have some resistance here at the 50-day moving average, which sits at 26. Okay, this 50-day moving average has been resistance on UVXY. That's that blue line on my screen. That 50-day moving average has been resistance for the last couple of months. So when we break through 24.50, I would expect a pretty easy shot right to 26. Then maybe you get a little bit of a pullback off of that 50-day moving average. But if you get through that, your next level on this, guys, is going to be literally all the way up here just below 29. Okay, just below 29. So there's going to be your next structural resistance level. So you can still have a lot of legs on this UVXY trade, and it all goes back to, I think, money managers that are just starting to buy protection on their long portfolios, because you typically do not get the UVXY trade up for 6 consecutive days like that when you have the SPY doing this for that many consecutive days. Now, to get some type of divergence like this for maybe 1 or 2 days, okay. But an entire week of this parity being opposite of what it usually is, that to me only means one thing. And that's people are buying volatility to protect themselves in case you do get a pullback. Okay, so that's why I think that trade is still very much intact. If my contracts expired, let's say next week, I probably would not have gotten flat today, but I'm just taking my profits with the instrument that I was trading, which was the $23 strike Friday expiration call option. Again, I bought that at $1.27 a couple of days ago. That thing hit 190 today. All right. Yesterday, I took the bulk of my position off at $1.78. It's a 40% gain, So I think that trade idea is still very much intact. And I do still think it has legs. So you guys may see me, maybe enter this trade again in the coming days, and this time just go with a little bit of a further out expiration, because I don't think that trade is done yet.
Yeah, I almost bought the stock when you got in. Instead, I've traded the UVXY options a little tough. If you could swing it, buy the stock. It's just kind of easier to manage, and it's not going anywhere, like you said. Especially for the mail-in ballots and vote in person. Mail-in ballots benefit. More Democrats do it that way. More Republicans are coming out to vote. Maybe the only case study for this, a delay in the actual results, will be like Bush Gore 2000. To go back and look at the market, which was already super, 2000s when the .com bubble burst. So, one of the things that I did during the last election was buying the TVIX on what's it called? I'm having a brain fart. When they help me out, Mike. My brain's fried when they debate on the debates. Yeah, yeah. So I would buy the TVIX during the debates, and just watch futures, and you can see kind of the reactions. Like, okay, who's got the upper hand? Like, and it was just like a yo-yo, and that turned out to be like a pretty consistent trade. These debates are going to be crazy. Yeah, like people want fact checkers, people want drug tests. I mean, this is going to be like WWF. But to the point that fund managers, I think right now the market is playing a game of musical chair. Like, fund managers, institutions have put themselves in a really nasty situation because nobody wants to blink first. It's like, you ever say, like, okay, you're negotiating with somebody or you're fighting with somebody, and it's like, you're having an argument with somebody. It's like, first one to talk loses. That's what it's like, except with trillions of dollars in the market. We're playing musical chairs with, C4 strapped to the bottom of them. Yes. Yeah. So guys, I did see a question, if Mike would indulge me, to talk about pot stocks. Sorry. Yeah, guys, I'll talk to you guys about pot stock. So for the next 5 minutes, Mike's got to go walk the dog or something.
I'm actually okay right now.
Okay. So when the dog starts barking, you know what he has to do.
It was a close one.
So what are your questions? All right, Congress is going to vote on legalization of cannabis federally. How do you see that impacting the weed industry? Guys, it voted. I mean, I think what you're talking about is decriminalizing it. That's not legalization. That's not federal legalization. At the end of the day, yeah, it's just, like, they could vote on making everybody superheroes, but if the Senate doesn't pass it, then nobody's going to be superheroes. It's the same thing for weed. Senate's not going to pass something, they won't pass cannabis decriminalization. And it means nothing. It's good for a headline. It's not material news for the industry. Now, if they pass safe banking, that would be something where, even though it won't pass the Senate, it'll get that conversation going right now. But at the end of the day, you don't want federal legalization like right now. You want that to be a drawn out process. You want safe banking. Let's start with this: decriminalization, safe banking, rescheduling, federal legalization. You want it in those steps. You want to draw this out, because as soon as everything becomes federally legal, then it becomes an execution story. And in most cases, a lot of the pot stocks you guys are holding are dead in the water. All right. And what I mean by that is, if they're like fiscally irresponsible companies, like, look, there's always going to be the penny stocks out there. Oh, they're doing, they got a dispensary. Yeah, who gives a shit? Like, dispensaries aren't really good businesses. People don't understand that. It's going to be one of those situations where the cream of the crop is going to rise to the top, as Be Real once said. Jeffrey Epstein, I knew you weren't dead. He says pot stocks are shit. Yeah, okay. Yeah, people told me that.
Yeah. I mean, right now, yeah, the Canadian ones are.
Yeah, the Canadian ones are shit, for sure. Here's one. What are your thoughts on Gw Pharma? I know you've mentioned them before. I actually sold my Gw Pharma position about a month ago at like 133. Guys, I've been long Gw Pharma since 32. and then have just traded it from like 89 to like 150 to 115 to 130. You know, I just think that somebody should just acquire GW Pharma. I actually wrote a piece in Forbes in 2016 about it, and then Goldman Sachs upgraded their price target on it to like 189. Their intellectual property is more valuable than their actual business. They've got drugs right now, most notably Epidiolex, which is for seizures. You know, they should make more money with that, but the rollout, because I think now you don't need a prescription for it or something. It just hasn't gone as planned. So yeah, the ETF MSOS today. Yeah, MSOS. I took a little position in it. I took a small position. It was more for like support. You know, look, here's the thing with the pot stocks, and especially the good pot stocks like Trulieve, Curaleaf, Green Thumb, Cresco, Terrace, and couple things. One, institutions aren't really buying them unless they're doing swaps or, you know, workarounds. Okay, nobody on Robinhood can buy any of those. Those companies aren't on Robinhood, so a lot of Robinhooders want exposure to them. They can't get it. Now with this ETF, you know, their top three holdings are Trulieve, Curaleaf. Well, I'll tell you in order. It's Curaleaf, Green Thumb, Trulieve are their top three holdings. They hold about 20 companies from 9% down to 1%. You know, now if you want exposure to the market, you can buy MSOs or MSOS, which will be cool. I think it's going to be I'm actually more excited for the option. I figured I'd own the stock. I was hoping it would come out a little bit cheaper at like $10, $15, something like that. Came out at $25 on a day when pot stocks were just pulling back. So, you know, but I think like if you're looking to, Charlotte's Web sucks. Never mention Charlotte's Web to me again. Sorry. If you're, you know, looking at this in terms of like from now to December, I would anticipate that ETF is at least over $30 because, you know, these pot stocks have a tendency to run into elections and into December, January. Plus the MSOs are just executing like crazy. They're putting up stupid numbers. Must be why Curaleaf is in a downtrend. Look, a month ago, Curaleaf was $6. It went to $9.60. You know, these things pull back. And, you know, especially in TTG, we got in at $7. Take profit, pulled back, got back in, take profit, get back in. You know, so our average on Curaleaf now, if you piece together all of the trades that we've made, is well under $6. And this is why you can't just, you know, like, I understand that some people with small accounts have to buy and hold. Well, you have to buy and hold. And you've got to be really patient about when you're getting in, not chasing it. But for people that can, you know, swing 1,000 shares, you know, each clip, that's exactly what you have to do, or, you know, do it at 100 shares at a time. You got to take that profit and you have to stay active. You know, pot stocks are not to buy and hold. I've held maybe 1 or 2 pot stocks for a year, you know, and I've been doing this since 2013, you know, so there you go.
All right, let's see.
Johnny B, your average is under 6 because of your size. Well, really, Johnny B, let me answer this directly. My average is under 6 because I'm not stupid with my position. If something goes up $1, I'll take 25% of my position off the table if it's an oversized move, because then I'm anticipating it's going to pull back. And when you do that, each time I do it, say I grab $1 and then I can reload and then it goes back up. Well, I'm taking 20, if let's say I had 1,000 shares, all right, then I can count 250 of those shares, not at $7.12 on my entry. I could count them at $6.12 now. And now if you do this over time, you're accumulating free stock in the process. But, these things gave you an opportunity in May and June to get in. If you were of that thinking, you should have just bought in May or June when these were lower, or in March when everything was getting crushed, and just went long. I mean, that's what I did on IIPR and PW. I just wasn't doing it on Trulieve, Green Thumb, or anything else, because I had to put my money where it made the most sense. And it made the most sense to put it into tech, to Square, to, everything else. So weed at that point was low on the totem pole of ROI.
Here is a question from Domain that I want to address real quick. Domain says, Mike, does the long-going fund managers approach hint the stock market crash is inevitable once they start taking money out? Let me explain this a little bit, because I've said something to you guys before about how right now this is the smallest short position on the S&P that we've had in the last 15 years. Let me explain to you guys why that is problematic. Okay? You don't ever want situations where everyone is on the same side of a trade. You always want there to be people on both sides of a trade to maintain orderly markets and lower volatility. Now, you might be saying, well, how does that make any sense, Mike? What do you mean? Let me explain a little bit further. When a market is going down, when a market's crashing, short sellers are actually your best friend. Because when markets are going down, short sellers are buying, because they're covering their short position. They are buying shares as markets crash. Okay, so in order for them to take profits, they have to actually buy shares back. If everyone is long and you have the smallest short position on the S&P that we've had for the last 15 years, if the markets, something happens that spooks markets and it creates a quick exit for longs, it's a problem if there's such a small short position, because as the markets fall, you do not have a lot of short sellers to absorb any type of selling pressure and cover their positions to buy shares back. You just have everyone trying to sell. And that's when you can get very, very volatile moves and exaggerated moves to the downside, because selling begets selling. And the once selling begins, it causes other people to sell, which will then cause other people to sell. And that's how you can get that waterfall type of action where the markets drop, and they drop very, very, very quickly. Now, not saying that drop is necessarily a warranted drop, but it becomes a technical issue with how markets actually work. And when you're talking about supply and demand, when there's a lot of people that are extremely long all decide to start to take money off the table at the same time, if you do not have people that are on the opposite side of that trade, that's when you get those real flush type moves. So that's when it becomes problematic. Okay, and that's why the fact that we're at all-time highs, the the lowest short percentage that we've had in the last 15 years, it becomes an issue. It becomes an issue. Okay. In March, obviously that was an outlier event because of coronavirus, but short sellers are your friend in March. Everyone that was short the market in November, December, January, February, because of, China concerns or whatever, they're buying in March when the market is crashing like that. Okay. So, people that are long are selling, people that are short are buying. The roles are reversed, and then when markets are going higher, longs are buying and short sellers are selling. Okay. So that's why that could become problematic. Yes, of course you're going to have dip buyers also. Yes, you will definitely have dip buyers, but like that's not what the question that he was asking was like, what happens when everyone decides to take money off the table at the same time? And that's what I'm saying. So like, yes, of course, like just a regular pullback, Noble Eagle, just a regular pullback in share and price action. Yes, dip buyers will come in and they're just going to keep buying and they're going to be adding to long positions. But the question that he was asking about was specifically like what happens when everyone decides to take money off at the same time. And I mean, something would have to happen that would cause that event. It won't just be, okay, all of a sudden one day the market's just like without a catalyst. But like what happens if there's a catalyst that causes people to then everyone sells at the same time? Because if there's no catalyst, people are just going to start to take profits off whenever they feel it makes sense for them and it's warranted, and they're going to take profits off on some positions. They're going to add to other positions. But the question was like, what happens if something causes them to just sell at the same time? So that's what I'm referring to. I'm not talking about like just a traditional pullback. I'm talking like some type of catalyst that causes like that sharp pullback. You won't have anyone there to cover positions, is what I'm saying. That's the reason why when you have one side of a trade, if everyone's on one side of a trade, that's why it becomes problematic.
What is going on with Cresco Labs? Pull back. Cresco Labs had really good earnings. I think show me an MSO that didn't have good earnings. And one of the things that people were concerned about was the debt. They were the projection on their EPS was -5. They came in at -1. Really strong growth. This thing went to 770. We took profit. We took profit all the way in the sevens, and now it pulled back $1. And I don't know. I couldn't be happier. I didn't buy any today. I bought Green Thumb and Curaleaf, but I already have. I'm all filled up on Cresco Labs. I think I bought some yesterday. But yeah, that's it. Guys, these things are
I think we just lost the wolf, guys. I think we just lost the wolf. Yeah, we just lost connection with the wolf, so I'll take him down for now. I'll let you guys know when he comes back. We just lost connection. All right, guys, next question. Noble Eagle asked a question. What do you think about a swing trade I have on a small cap PRTY? Awesome head and shoulder. I like the fundamentals too. Let's take a look. We actually, Jay Downing, who is one of our moderators in chat. Okay, Jay Downing is one of our moderators here in chat. he actually just executed a swing trade on PRTY. Okay, so our moderator, Jay Downing, was able to capitalize on this movement right here and has since taken some profit off the table on this trade. Okay, so it's funny that you said that you're also in a swing trade on PRTY. We had our moderator, Jay Downing, who also was in a swing trade on PRTY. What do I think about moving forward now? You've got a lot of resistance up here. I'm a little weary of the volume on this push up and test of this region. I mean, you guys can see you've got a lot of resistance up here. You've got this resistance from early 2020. You've got this resistance. I mean, there's resistance up here around that $3 mark, and then you have this gap entry point that sits at around like 330, and then you're up into this gap. Okay, then you're up into this gap. All right, so if this can get up through that gap, then you'll be in pretty good shape. Jay Downing took profits off already on this trade in front of that resistance level. I think $3 is going to be tough. I think $3 is going to be tough. I think you're going to need to see, some type of volume like you saw on these days to really get through that level. I think you have a lot of congestion up there. I don't know. Now, listen, I'm also Noble Eagle. I'm also saying this with not one single understanding of the fundamentals of the company. You said that you like the fundamentals of the company, which means, I'm giving you just based on a technical setup alone. Okay. Just based on a technical setup alone. I don't know anything about the fundamentals of the company. Okay. So if you follow the company and you know the company well, okay, if you follow them and you know the company well, then I think you are in a good position. Okay. Oh, you know what? You also have, you know what? $3 is huge, man. $3 is huge. You guys, you also have a little bit of a reverse head and shoulders here as well. You also have this little reverse head and shoulders here as well. Here's your neckline. It's a little bit of a horizontally sloped neckline. If you start to get that volume increase, Noble, and this thing gets over $3, I think you're money. If you start to get a volume increase and PRTY that gives you something like this, and you start to get that volume increase, then I say you're money on a technical level. That $3 area is going to be tough. Okay, that $3 area is going to be tough. I think the wolf is back. There he is. We lost him. So that's my quick little technical breakdown on the chart. But like I said, man, I don't know anything about the company itself for their fundamentals. So so that's my technical analysis on it, though, at least. All right. So I hope that helps. Let me go back. Oh, nice. No, but okay. You got the same thing. Okay. Yeah, I'm just getting caught up with your messages because I'm a little delayed. You just said looks like a perfect reverse head and shoulders. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. We agree. I agree with you. Yep, no problem. Anytime. What about RKT for tomorrow? I think, if I'll let you you can talk about it too.
Yeah, I mean, $5 billion in, what was it? I wrote it down.
Yeah, 5, and they were
5
expecting.
billion. It was 5 billion in revenue,
The
and
street was like 3 point something. I mean, they blew revenue away. Totally blew it away.
total revenue 5 billion, net income 3.5. That's 268% growth on the total revenue and 3,458% growth on the net income. This was such a beat, and this is just kind of indicative of how crazy this market is. It was like, remember when Microsoft had
Yes,
great earnings and they got smoked. They dropped like $10. Look, maybe this thing just needed to cool off. I didn't see what like the RSI was or anything, but yeah, I mean, this thing's gone up 70% since its IPO. So yeah, the earnings were amazing. But, this is why we traded this the way that we did. I mean, I took profit yesterday on it. I sold a couple contracts. I didn't buy many. I only bought 10. So
I'll recap it for you too, man, while you're talking, just for everyone that's still, if you guys missed our live stream yesterday, the Wolf and I recapped his trade on RKT. Right here, he bought the $30 strike Friday expiration call option. He took a piece of profit on that break into the move to a new high of the day at 3 o'clock. And then today, with the big gap up, he took more profits off the table. It was a huge win. It was a beautiful trade, guys, with that follow-through move. And then you had the earnings coming out after hours. So he was taking profits off, on that first initial trade ahead of that earnings print, because you never know what's going to happen, guys, going into an earnings print. I mean, RKT today, perfect example. CrowdStrike was another one. CrowdStrike was another one that had good earnings, and you had the big pullback. Microsoft was another one. Last quarter, Microsoft came out, great earnings. Just an absolutely beautiful quarter. Microsoft's last earnings was absolutely beautiful. Every single category was just, stock still pulled back in. And that was where I thought you just kind of had the beginning of the, the profit taking and the rotation out of tech. I think was first started to show signs when Microsoft had that quarter, that little pullback, and you had like a week and a half where the NASDAQ actually lagged the rest of the market. But then since then, you've had a lot of those big tech names obviously continue their onslaught higher to all-time highs. Once Apple announced their split, Tesla with their split, you had, Facebook go to all-time highs, Amazon go to all-time. I mean, since then, you had a lot of those tech names go to all-time highs. But, this is why, holding positions into earnings, it's really a crapshoot, guys. It really is a crapshoot. That's why I usually don't do it.
Yeah, and so took profit on the morning. Like I said, I said yesterday on the stream, I'm going to take the first linear move, straight shot. So took 710, and then it pulled back, and it was just kind of bouncing, and then I grabbed 630. And then I grabbed another one at 6. I grabbed the contracts that I sold at 630, and then I ended up selling those at 720, and then it pulled back again. I did the same thing, and at one point it pulled back to 568, and I grabbed some there, and I ended up selling those at 690 and 650. And then, by the end of the day, and I was trading it all day, when it pulled back, I mean, the earnings hadn't come out, and we just saw this really just nasty sell-off in like the last 10 minutes. And it got down to like $5.30. And at that point, I was just kind of like, I did the math in my head of like how much profit I'd already taken. And I already had no risk on the 2 contracts that I had left. So it's like, I can buy another contract. I'm basically just playing with profit. but you know, my expectation was that they were going to beat earnings, and they did. They blew it out. But at the end of the day, the market is going to dictate price, which is why look, it would have sucked if I got into this yesterday, because I got in at $4.17. It would suck if I got into this thing at $4.17, watched it go all the way to $7, and yeah, it was basically at like $6.50 all day today, and was just like really confident, and like I was confident that they were going to beat, but really not so much confident as pig-headed, and not taking the profit while I was there. I would feel sick going into tomorrow if I didn't take any, profit. Now I go in with a risk-free trade. Yeah, that option could get cut in half tomorrow. This thing could be 250 when I wake up. Then again, maybe it gaps up to 31.30, which is fine. It's not going to zero tomorrow, and there's still 2 weeks on it. So really anything can happen. But I'm completely in the driver's seat with it, and that's the most important point.
All right.
You want me to go over AG while I'm here?
Yeah, I was going to also maybe, I think that's enough questions. It's crazy, man. We've been an hour already on just questions. I can't believe how fast time flies when we're doing questions. But I think you can talk about the MSOS. I know there's a lot of people that were curious about MSOS. So we can maybe talk about that as well. And I'll let you kind of talk about that first, and then I'll get into recapping the trades that I made today.
Yeah, and I pretty much I hit on everything that I needed to hit on with MSOS before. Look, MSOS is an ETF. Today was the first day that it's ever traded. This ETF is going to give exposure to the market to people that otherwise could not purchase the companies in the United States that are really the future of cannabis in North America. As much as you guys like the Canadian companies are nothing more than a trade, and I would barely trade any of them right now. And I think what we saw, a couple weeks ago as the MSOs were having earnings was people were seeing these companies in the United States just absolutely destroy earnings, have positive EBITDA, which pretty much nobody has ever, in Canada has really ever had, or anything that's like legitimately sustainable. And what we saw was a rotation out of the Canadians, for the people that were just tired of those bags coming into the U.S. And then with the U.S., we saw this wild run in the MSOs. And then, now we're at just that cool off period. And I think what we will run into the elections. And I think we pull back the day after the elections, which is exactly what happened in 2016. It tends to be a sell the news event. And so I'll be taking profit, the day before or 9:31 the next day. And, buying that dip and then seeing if we could maybe hit some new highs into December, January. But, MSOS is going to be a really fun one because for somebody that loves to trade options and really understands the cannabis market, there really hasn't been a good trade in Canada with those companies on the big boards for a while. So I think MSOS could be my next piggy bank, for like the pot sector. I did buy some shares. I bought 1,000 shares today at I think $24.98. And yeah, I'll sit on them and see what happens. But yeah, that's the story. Sticking to it.
And then I guess somebody asked, I guess you can just talk about AG.
Yeah, guys, back to what Mike and I were talking about before. This market does not make any sense to me. And I think that people, money managers, retail investors, and everybody else in between is going to look for some type of hedge. The gold trade, the GLD trade, which I've liked. I have a love-hate relationship. I mean, I like the idea. I hate the premium burn on it. So I bought some AG, First Majestic silver. I bought it at around $11.20, 56 cents on those options, I think. 56, 57, I forget. And September 18th strike price. Now, a couple weeks ago, we were in the $12 strike. And I got out early. They ended up just going nuts. So now I'm just getting back in, same strike, same date, lower strike, below where I got into the trade before. And then we closed at like 70 by 72. So we're still up 25%. I peeled a little bit of profit off. Like once I got to 10%, I usually peel off some contracts just in case. Yeah, I think, if futures hold, there's a tendency for gold and silver to look really good at night, and you go to sleep thinking like, oh man, tomorrow's going to be fun. And then you wake up and you're like, what the F happened? Yeah, like when we were getting on this stream, we were up like 1%, over 1%. Now it's, 0.68. But yeah, look, I think silver is a good hedge. And this was, after RKT, I didn't want to really get into anything that I was going to have to like sweat over, like I could get into AG, put my phone on my chest, take a nap. And then, whenever it vibrates, I knew that I sold some of my position. So it wasn't gonna burn me. So yeah, that was the trade. Really simple. With some of these options, especially something like this, AG or like US Steel, you want to give yourself at least 3 weeks or 3 Fridays to trade it, because they're slow movers, and you want to have a pretty good understanding of the supports and resistance on these low volatility ones. And then, all you have to do is trade within that little channel. You could end up making, a lot of money, especially if you take a big position in it. And yeah, that's my AG trade. So it's still going on. We're up 25% on it. Took some profit at like 10%, and that's it.
Yep, I got it drawn up here, guys. You've got a real nice support level on AG at $11. You'll see previous little pivot highs, end of May, early June, and then early July, that were previously resistance areas. And then you'll have the break through that $11 level with the real nice, strong volume increase. Now the stock has now pulled back down into this $11 level and is trying to find support bouncing off that area while it's in a nice little consolidation. This is going to be a new channel. Okay. This is going to be your new channel for AG. Okay. This is your new channel. All right. What you guys will see now, okay, is this previous level. All right. That was this little temporary, and these are minor levels, guys, but you have to identify this structure when you're going through your technical analysis. You can see that previous little structure, and then now it's becoming an area of resistance after we had that gap down. And now the stock is trading in a very clear channel. And that channel is from $11 on the support side and around $12.75 to the resistance on the upside. And what the wolf is doing right here is playing this channel. Okay, he's playing this channel, looking for the stock to bounce off of this $11 area. He positions himself in some call options, okay, to try to get this thing back up over that $12 area, and then that can give you a really nice solid trade. Okay, but that is your new channel, okay, on First Majestic Silver. All right. So guys, now listen up real quick before I now get into any of my other trades here on the day. Okay, before we get into anything else, first thing I want all of you guys to do right now that we're done taking questions, the wolf went over some trades. I'm going to cover some trades with you guys here now today as well. What I want to do right now is I'm not going to go forward until you guys know it. Each and every single one of you smash that like button. I've got 602 people alone on YouTube. That doesn't count what we've got going on Facebook, on Twitter, on Twitch, and I've only got 112 likes. That's garbage. Come on, guys. Show me some love. Show me some love. Show me and Jason how much you guys appreciate these live streams, guys. We just spent an hour and 20 minutes answering your questions. Show me how much you guys appreciate the time that I spend on here with you guys.
If you smash that like button, I will wear a Chewbacca mask through Mike's entire thing.
Oh, there you go, guys. You guys smash that like button, and Jason's going to wear a Chewbacca mask. All right, guys, listen up. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to this channel when you're done smashing that like button, but also click the share button. Share this live stream across your own social media channels, guys. Let's get this stream out in front of as many traders as we can so we can educate as many traders as we can. We're all here with the same goal. We all play the same game, and that is to be consistently profitable traders. And when you guys are part of the TGD family, it's all about family. It's all about learning, trading, and profiting together. So smash that like button and share this stream on your own social media platforms. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And then most importantly, turn on that notification, because to make sure that you guys are notified every single time that Jason or myself does a live stream or posts a educational video with different technical and mental lessons on various topics, on swing trading, day trading, on trading stocks, on trading options. You guys want to make sure you never miss one of these videos. So in order to make sure you do that, turn on that notification bell. Hold on. Oh my God. Guys, we have fun here. We have fun. All right. It's not just, we're not always serious. We like to have fun too, guys. Welcome to the TGG family. Enough said. Welcome to the TGG family, guys. All right. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, Tom Seaver passed away, right? That's a bummer, man. That's a bummer. That's a legend right there. That is a legend. All right, guys. Now, what I'm going to do now is I want to go over my trades with you guys. Let's talk about my trades, okay? First thing that we're going to do here, first trade that we are going to recap is going to be the SPY, okay? I actually traded the SPY today, and you guys are going to think I'm crazy for this, but I made money on SPY put options today. Yes, I made money on SPY put options today in the morning. I know that sounds crazy. Okay, I know that sounds absolutely absurd, but I'm going to explain to you guys how. Let me see here real quick. I'm trying to pull something up here. There we go. Boom. Guys, give me a follow on Twitter, by the way. Mike Edward _ TTG. You guys want to give me a quick follow there on Twitter, make sure to do so. So now let me talk to you guys here real quick about my SPY trade. Okay. You guys are going to want to follow my Twitter. I'm always posting, trade ideas. I'm posting market commentary. I'm posting, some funny stuff there as well. So you guys want to make sure you give me a follow on Twitter. Let me zoom this in. Let me talk to you guys about what I was thinking today with the SPY. Okay. And why I'm going to break this trade down for you this much in detail is because I want to show you how to manage. Okay. Here, guys, actually, since I have mine up, guys, okay, so follow me on Twitter, Mike Edward _ TTG. Okay, that's my Twitter. I'll leave that up for another second. Also, guys, give the Wolf a follow. Okay, there's the Wolf's Twitter. Okay, at Wolf of Weed ST. At Wolf of Weed ST. If you guys want to follow the Wolf, that's Jason's Twitter there as well. So give us both a follow. All right. I'll leave that up there for just another second. Wolf of Weed ST. All right, guys. Okay, so now I want to talk to you guys about this SPY trade. Now, what I'm going to talk to you about on this trade is really not so much the technical analysis of the trade, more so than it is the management of the trade. And being a good trader has just as much to do with, being right in your analysis, but also managing your position properly. Okay, it's not just about being right or wrong. Managing your position properly has a lot to do with being a good trader and noticing when things have changed. Okay, because when every single candle that a stock puts in, whether it's price action or volume, that is new information that you get to add to your analysis to make a decision. Every candle tells you something new. Now, whether that new data confirms your analysis, maintains your analysis, or completely contradicts your analysis is something you as a trader have to be able to analyze. I came into the day today thinking that the gap up today, I thought the gap up today was extended. When we came into the day today and I saw the SPY was gapping up as big as it was, but a lot of our big high flyers were weak this morning. A lot of those big high flyers that have led us to this point were weak, like Apple and Amazon. You had a couple of the big tech names that were weak on the day. They were red. And I'm saying, man, we got this big gap up on the SPY. I'm like, this gap up may get faded. Coming into the day today, I said to myself, I'm going to look for an opportunity to try to fade this gap. But saying to myself this entire time that understand, Mike, that you are fighting the trend because the market's made new all-time highs 8 consecutive days in a row. For 8 consecutive days in a row, the SPY has made new all-time highs. So yes, I'm fighting the trend coming into this trade, but I'm saying to myself, okay, I'm gonna keep my risk real nice and tight. But I had a very specific reason why I thought I was gonna try to fade this gap up today. I wasn't looking for a complete sell-off. I was just looking for a gap fill. I was looking for us to just pull ourselves down, to retest yesterday's high, which was the close, and then bounce off that level and then just consolidate the day's gap up. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, guys. So again, coming into this trade, that was my whole idea. That was the game plan there. Okay, now let me explain to you what I was looking for. Once we had the gap up, we pulled in, then we started to bounce our way higher, and then we started to form a bit of a double top. Now, I came on the mic in chat, and I said to everybody in chat, I go, okay, guys, this is a little bit of a micro type pattern here, but I'm saying to myself, if we double top here and we break beneath VWAP and out of this little triangular pattern, I said, I'm going to try to go ahead. I'm going to try to buy put options, and I'm going to see if the market can actually pull itself in and fade that gap up. Okay, so right there, when we double topped, I came in right here and I bought SPY put options. Okay, I bought the 354 strike. I'll take you guys to my trade alerts on the day. You guys, I have to switch my screen. Give me 1 second so I can pull this up for you. Okay, there we go. So real quick, guys, I'm pulling up my trade alerts just so I can show you guys my trade alerts. You'll see let me see, 9:50 a.m. You'll see bought SPY, 354 strike, 9.4 put option at $1.90. Okay, so at $1.90. Now let me go back. I've got to switch over. Sorry, guys, this is kind of a pain, I know. I'll fix this so I can do it quicker so you guys don't have to deal with me switching back and forth. Okay, so there we guys go right there. I'm long the 354 strike put, looking for us to roll ourselves over and work ourselves down into that gap. Okay, looking for us to fill ourselves down into that gap. All right, so now what I did right there was looking for us to go down and test that low of the day. That was the first take profit. Break below VWAP, go down, test that low of the day. There's our low of the day test. And the reason why I'm taking my profit off in this position quickly is because I understand that I'm fighting the trend on this trade. But I do think that if this low of the day breaks, I do think we can fade that gap and I could be looking at a really big trade. But I want to protect myself because I'm fighting the trend. I want to be prudent on this because the market has been strong as hell the last 2 months, really, not even last week or so. It's been the last couple of months. So I want to be smart with this, take profits off quickly to make it easier for me to hold on to the position and then protect myself on the backside. Okay, so right away on that move down there to test the low of the day, I took profits off at $2.05. Okay, so I'm long at 190. I took some off at 205. Not trying to be my money maker there. I just took 25% of my position off the table, looking for us to break the low of the day and extend lower. Well, we did break the low of the day. We got an increase in volume, and it looked like we were going to start to flush down into this gap, and I took the bulk of my position off the table at $2.20. Again, long at 190, took the bulk off at $2.20, looking for us to then extend into this gap, and my final target was going to be a complete gap fill down around 352.50. Okay, that was going to be the game plan. But as you can see, we stuck that low, we bounced back, and then this candle right here, I thought I was golden. I thought with this candle, I thought I was golden. I thought I was going to roll this thing over. I thought that rejection, that's another new low. That's another new low. I thought we were going to roll this thing right down into that gap. Okay, but now what happens? We take the low right back. So now this is not once, but twice. You see right there, we made a new low and we took the low right back. Then we make another new low and we took the low right back. That is a sign of strength. When a stock makes a new low and then takes it right back, that's a sign of strength. This market did it twice. So once we made a new low and then we took it right back again, that's when I said, the hell with this. This market is still very strong. I'm exiting this position, and I got flat right there, right in front of VWAP at $1.92. Okay, so again, here were your take profits on the trade. Now, doesn't seem like it's not a huge win. It's not a monster trade. And no, it wasn't. It's actually a failed trade that I'm able to walk away with a nice little profit on because I'm understanding and I'm protecting my risk and I'm managing my position. Now, I wish that I was sitting here saying, yeah, guys, I bought call options today on the SPY, but I was not expecting us to get all the way up to 359 today. I don't think anybody came into the day today saying, yep, you know what, guys, I think we're going to go to $359 on the SPY after the gap up that we had today and how strong the market's been over the last week or so. Everyone's been looking for that pullback. We just haven't gotten it. But I'm going to protect myself on this position, okay? And I'm going to protect myself on this position, recognizing I'm going against the trend, quickly take profits so I can hold on to my position. In case I do get that follow-through move, I'll be sitting pretty. I didn't get it. I took out and I got flat on that position. So again, in at 190, took some at 205, took some at 220, and then flat at 192. So nothing to write home about. By no means a home run trade. Obviously, it was a failed trade. We did not get that gap fill, but I'm still walking away with a decent little profit on the trade, and it's all thanks to just position management and trade management, which is something that is equally as important as you guys develop in your trading career, as is just being right in your analysis. Okay, so that was the first trade that I wanted to bring to all of yours attention. Does anybody have any questions specifically about the SPY trade? No? Okay. I want to be like Mike. Thank you, Noble. Yeah, exactly. That's honestly what that trade was about, guys. Again, like Noble Eagle said, good discipline. Again, that's exactly what that trade was about. That's why I wanted to go over that trade with you. Okay, that's exactly why I wanted to go over that trade with you guys, because like that, the point of me going over that trade with you was not necessarily for me to say, wow, look at this home run trade, because every trade's not going to be a home run trade. You know, every trade's not going to be a home run trade, but you have to be able to be disciplined enough to stick to, you know, your risk management in these positions, so that when you do get a trade that ends up failing, or a trade that doesn't do what you think it's going to do, you can still walk away with profit, or at least minimizing your loss to the downside. Okay. All right, guys. Next, I'll talk to you guys real quick about FEAC. Okay, FEAC, another trade that I made here today. Again, this was not a home run trade. I left some money on the table on this one. I'll explain to you guys why. I completely lost interest in this stock because the volume just totally died out at one point before I ended up making a move later in the day, and I kind of cut ship on this one a little bit, probably earlier than I should have. Okay. What I want to show you guys here with this FEAC was just a typical trade line VWAP crossover setup. Okay, you guys have these acquisition vehicles. FEAC was this video game platform called Skills is going public through FEAC. These recent SPAC type of plays have been going absolutely bonkers. You guys take a look at SHLL is a prime example of one of these SPAC type plays going absolutely crazy. So that's why this stock was on my watch list today with the big gap up, and I was looking for us to get a nice move on it. So right off the bell, we have the big gap up, but then we fade that. We pull out, we start to pull in, and then the trade line starts to act as an area of support, and then we get this pop. We get this pop, this trade line VWAP crossover that's accompanied with a big jump in share price and a big increase in trading volume. Those are the two things that you want to be able to identify and see when you get that trade line VWAP crossover. Okay, that's what confirms the trade line VWAP crossover setup. Okay, so once we got that on that first pullback, right here is where I went ahead and I got long FEAC at 1307. Okay, so there you guys can see it. That's where I got long there at 1307, looking for a trade line VWAP crossover. Here comes the trade line, acts as support, pushes us up higher. Okay, and I take a piece of my profit off the table right up here. Back to my trade alerts. I'll pull it up for you guys. Where are we at? Long 1307. That was at 10:20 a.m. And then taking profits off at 1340 at 10:34 a.m. Okay. So that's your first take profit. Now, this is where I totally lost interest in the company, because in the stock, because the CEO came on CNBC right here. Okay, the CEO was being interviewed on CNBC right here. And I'm saying to myself, okay, great. You know, maybe he can say something that can spark something on FEAC, and we can make this thing push up and then get through that high of the day. That's what I was looking for. I only sold 25% of my position here. I was holding the bulk of this position, looking for a break through new highs, and it just died. Like, look at the volume. Like, what the hell happened to the volume? When you compare the volume bars, I'm like, what happened? The CEO stopped speaking, and the volume just died. And I was like, oh, well, this sucks. I was like, this thing has completely run out of steam, and I lost interest in the name. I lost interest in it. I'm sitting here still long from 1307. And then this happens. Okay, this happens where we get this little rejection as we try to make a push towards highs. And it was on this increase in volume. And I was like, you know what, man? I'm like, this thing. And then right after that, look at the volume right after that. The volume was dead. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, this thing just has nothing going for it. I was like, my interest is gone here. And I actually just got flat my position right there. Okay, when I saw the volume just disappear, that little high volume rejection, I'm like, this thing's going to break down below VWAP. It's going to pull itself back in during lunchtime. We also were entering lunchtime. It was 12 o'clock, and I ended up just getting flat right there. So I did, again, another profitable trade, but I left money on the table. You can see later on in the day, the thing ended up pushing higher. Okay, I don't know what the hell happened here, why the volume got so light from 11 o'clock to 12:30, then all of a sudden the volume starts to pick up again. I'm not really sure. It was very odd. It was very odd trading action right in here while the CEO of Skills, which is the company that's merging into Feac, is talking. Now, it was just very, very weird. I thought it was strange, and I just exited the trade. Still, like I said, profitable on the trade, but left some money on the table there. Does anybody have any questions about that trade? Anybody have any questions about that trade specifically? Classic Mike. Thank you, Jack. Jack from Facebook says that's classic Mike. Nice. Okay, so no questions on this FEAC trade. Cool. All right. So my target on the second take was going to be highs of the day. Okay, so my second take was going to be here. Okay, that was going to be my second take. And then my final take would have been just somewhere, some extension through the high of the day. Okay, that was going to be my second take, was going to be that 1375 area. Okay, my second take was going to be that 1375 area. Okay, all right, cool. So now we'll move on to my last trade of the day. CORT. Now, what I have to say with CORT is I actually missed all of that because I was on a one-on-one with one of our members. So I do one-on-one mentorship sessions with our members, and I was doing one at 12. So from like 12 to 1:30, I actually missed that entire move on CORT because I was doing a mentor session with a member of ours. One of our TGD family members. So I missed that move. So the trade that I made today on CORT is actually, it looks so microscopic compared to the size of the move that this stock made. And a lot of it has to do with me not getting the fill on my initial position. So once we broke through the high of the day, there was your high of the day on CORT. And then we broke through it on the heaviest volume by far on the entire day. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. So we broke through the high of the day on the heaviest volume of the entire day. One thing you guys have to remember is when a stock breaks through the high of the day, the heavier the volume on that break, the greater the chance the stock will give you follow through from that break. Okay, it's not going to happen all the time, but the heavier the volume on the break, the greater the chance of you getting follow through. So once we broke through the high of the day like that with that kind of volume, that's when I came on the mic and chat and I said to everybody, guys, I'm a buyer here around 2050. And I start bidding myself right down here at 2050. And you can see I just never got my fill. The low of this pullback was 2062. And I'm trying to get in there around 2050, 2055, 2053. I'm trying to bid myself in there and I just could not get a fill. and the stock ends up running all the way to 23.50. So, I missed out on like a $3 move here, which could have been a really nice, solid trade, because I just did not get my fill. I was trying. I came in here, guys, and I was bidding. I came on the mic and I told everybody, guys, that I'm looking for a pullback to 2050. I'm a buyer. I said it in chat, and I'm sitting there bidding 2050, 2055, and I'm sitting there bidding. We only got down to 2062, and this thing just took off, and I ended up never getting my fill. So I ended up missing that move, unfortunately. I just did not get the pullback that I was looking for. And then what we had happen was, I'll draw out my Fibonacci retracement levels for you. Okay. And then we had happen where was on this extension, we start to get this calm pullback. It was a very calm pullback. Volume was decreasing on the pullback compared to the volume that came in on that surge higher. And $23 was a major level for this stock. Okay, $23 was a gap fill for this stock. I take you guys back to a daily chart and I zoom this all the way back. Okay, and I pan over so you guys can see this a little bit more clearly. Okay, here was a big gap. You guys see that big gap right here? This goes all the way back to February of 2018. There's this big gap that you have here, and that $23 is your gap fill. So when we got to $23, okay, we got to $23 today. Okay, we got to $23 today, and we had a very orderly pullback away from 23. I read that as, you know what, guys, there's not a lot of selling pressure in front of 23. This is just profit taking in front of 23 because the volume started to slow down and the pullback was very orderly. It was a very, very calm pullback. It wasn't like a quick flush candle. So I actually came in here and I got long a tier 1 position in front of this 23.6 fib level, giving a stop loss back down to that prior high of 20. Okay, so right in there, I'm long a tier 1 position, and I'm identifying this downtrend resistance line here to say, okay, a break above this line, I'm going to add to this position and look for a break through 23, because if we do break through 23, which is that gap fill, your next resistance level is going to be 26. Okay, so what I'm looking for now is getting long a tier 1 in front of 21, which is 25% of my position size, adding to a full-size position on the break out of this downtrend line, which was right above 22, take some profits off at the high of the day, and then look for the extension up through to 26. Okay, so I get my tier 1 here. I'll tell you guys the exact fill and timestamp on the fill. 21:32, tier 1 entry at 2:51 p.m. Okay, 2:51 p.m. There's your entry on the tier 1. Then as we break up and out of this downtrend resistance line, I add tier 2 right there in front of $22. We shoot up, print a new high of the day, and then I immediately take 25% of my position off in front of that high. And now I'm looking for the follow-through move to take us through 23. But we got stuffed at a double top. We got stuffed at a double top. I moved my stop loss up on this position, buck up there to 22. I got flat the rest of the position at 21.89. Okay, so there's the tier 1, there's a tier 2. There's the add, there's the get flat at 21.89. Then you will notice that this is a bearish signal. Now, the reason I'm going to point this trade out to you guys is because what I don't want to happen to you is for you to sit here and say, oh, well, wait, look, this support level is still holding. Let me now go ahead and start to get long this stock, because this action right here is a bearish signal that I want all of you to start to recognize, because it's going to save you a ton of money. Okay, an inexperienced trader is going to look at this stock and say, well, wait a second, look, that support level that you were just talking about, it's holding. And an inexperienced trader is going to buy this stock right in here, looking for the stock to then continue higher, not recognizing that things have changed. This is a bearish signal. So let me detail the bearish signal for you guys. A bearish signal is when a stock makes a new high of the day and then immediately pulls back in to retest the support level that it just came from. Okay, so now if we're looking at this CORT trade, our support level is right in front of that prior high. Okay, so this is the whole reason why I was trying to get long in front of 2050, because of this previous support level. When we had the high volume increase through that high, I look for that high to become support. So the whole reason I'm getting long here is because of that support level. This stock went on to actually break the high of the day. This is a new high of the day. And then it immediately pulled all the way back in to retest the exact same support level that we were just buying in front of. That is a sign of weakness. Okay, that is a sign of weakness when that happens. Okay, and if you guys can recognize that as a sign of weakness, it can do one of two things. It can either get you out of your long position before that support level breaks, or it can at least prevent you from buying the stock in here, thinking it's still safe in front of that support level because you're not recognizing the bearish signal. Okay, and you can see we ended up breaking below that level. Okay, we ended up breaking below that level and then stock rolled over. Okay, so this is what I want you guys to be able, this is why I'm sharing this trade with you. And again, this is not a home run trade. Okay, by no means this is a home run trade. But there's lessons to learn about trading that are not necessarily home run trades. Some of the best lessons that you guys are going to learn, especially from my trading, is the trades that are not the home runs. How do I still manage my position and control my risk when I don't have a home run? How am I taking my profits? How am I protecting my downside when I don't get that monster move? If you guys want to ever get to a point where you're trading for a living, that's where you need to get good. You can't just only make money on the home runs. You've got to be able to make money on the singles and doubles, and you've got to be able to protect your downside and control your risk on failed trades. That's why I'm sharing with you all of these trades today. That SPY trade setup, failed trade, I'm still green. CORT, failed trade, I'm still green. And that's a major, major, major difference between your P&L at the end of the month if you guys are not getting out of that SPY trade when I did, or if you're not getting out of this CORT trade when I did, because you're not recognizing these different things that I'm pointing out to you. Like the SPY trade, broke the low of the day, took it right back. Broke the low of the day again, took it right back. That's a sign of strength. That's a bullish signal that you guys can start to look for that can help get you out of any short positions that you're currently in and help protect you, or can even get you long. Same thing with the CORT trade. I'm showing you a bearish signal that I recognize that gets me out of my long trade and could maybe even potentially help prevent you from getting into a long trade once that bearish signal is put in place. And that's when the stock breaks the high of the day and immediately pulls back in to retest the support level that it just came from. So I went over with you guys here today on my trades today, a bullish signal on the SPY trade that can help get you out of a short position, and a bearish signal on CORT that can help get you out of a long position. And what did I preface the beginning of this live stream with? Every single candle, whether it's price action or volume, gives you a new piece of information to add to your analysis. And if you guys ever want to get to the point where you're doing this professionally full time, you have to be able to analyze that new data quickly and confidently. And that's the point that I really want to share with you guys on this live stream, were those two specific factors. Okay? Does anyone have any questions about CORT? When that rejection candle is on heavy volume, it's even more a warning sign. It's even more a warning sign when you get that rejection on big volume. No, Stephen, you could have not predicted a move that big early in the morning. I do use market orders. Just CORT had a big spread, and I was trying to buy, a nice size position. I do use market orders. It just depends on the situation. Lakota76 from Twitch, it's my pleasure. I'm glad you're getting value from the lessons. It really is my pleasure, honestly. I like sharing this stuff with you guys. Yes, Gustavo, yes. Getting flat means you've completely closed out your position. Okay. All right, guys. Now, real quick, before I continue, quick question. How many of you right now are not a member of True Trading Group? Raghu, you're welcome. It's my pleasure. Yo, solid trades. What's up, man? I'm doing good. How are you? How are you? How many of you guys are not a member of True Trading Group? Just type in chat TTG. If you are not a member of TTG, just type in the chat TTG. If you are not a member. All right, Kareem, Stefan, Teresa, Tony, Kofeng, Ryan, JJ, Carol, Prince Gregor, Craig's World, Jeffrey, Soterios, Alexander, Sean. Sean, get out of here, man. Sean, I know you are. Noble Eagle, one day, brother, one day you and I are gonna trade together. One day, Noble Eagle, you and I are gonna trade together, my man. Matt Brown, Rohan, Deister, Tevi, Ava Bowie or Bowie. Yes, that's what I like. Jared Kane says, hopefully soon. Alfred. Okay, we have a lot of non-TTG members that are here in chat with us right now. Let me ask you guys a question. For those of you that are not TTG members, just by saying yes or no, if you're not a TTG member, just by saying yes or no, do you guys want to see the TTG platform? For those of you that are not members, do you guys want to see what the TTG platform looks like? Do you guys want to see like the member dashboard? Do you guys want to see the back end? You want to see all the tools and all the resources that you guys have access to as a member? All right. Got a bunch of yeses. Sari, Leslie, Lorenzo, Teresa, Alfred, Jeff Covington, Rohan, Prince Gregor, Noble, Jeffrey, Seth. All right, cool. Alexander. Glenny Trade says, open the curtain, Mike. Deister, Kareem, Seth. Yeah, cool, guys. Listen, what I'm going to do right now that I've kind of gone over the trade recaps from the day. For those of you that are not yet TTD members, let me take a couple of minutes. I'm going to show you guys the back end of the website. I'm going to show you guys what our member dashboard looks like, and I'm going to show you all the resources and tools that you get access to with TTG. Because, guys, True Trading Group is not just like a chat trade alert service. We have a lot more that our members get access to that I want to share with you guys. All right, so all right. All right, so guys, so what I'm going to do now, okay, I'm going to show you guys our member dashboard. Okay, I'm going to show you guys what you get access to as a member of True Trading Group. Okay, I'm going to show you guys what you get access to as a member of True Trading Group. Now, as soon as you guys log into your account, you guys will come up to, this is TTG, this is our website, by the way. As soon as you guys log into your account, you're going to come up to our member dashboard. Your member dashboard is your central hub for your membership. You will be able to navigate everything on your member dashboard. Okay, this is where you will get access to all of our resources, all of your tools, okay, all of our courses. This is where you guys will enter your chat room. This is where everything, just give me 1 second, let me turn off. Let me get rid of that Twitter thing so you guys could see a little bit better. Okay, there you guys go. All right. So I'm going to show you guys, okay, everything. So here's your member dashboard. This is where you guys can access everything. Okay, everything. All right. The first thing that I want to do here, okay, the first thing I want to do here is show you guys our chat room. All right. Because as soon as you guys log in, you'll see right here at the top right-hand corner, you'll see trading chat room. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to enter this chat room. I'm going to show you guys what our chat room looks like. All right, here we go. All right, guys, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you guys our member dashboard. Now, I'm showing you guys our chat room. The first thing that I want you guys to notice here, right now, you guys are seeing Adam's, for those of you that are TGD members, you guys are seeing Adam's screen. You guys all know Adam if you're a TGD member, okay? And what I want you guys to notice here, okay, is our screen share. Okay, you have a screen share in our chat room. You guys are able to see my screen, see the Wolves, okay, see Jason Simmons, okay, see other people's screens throughout the day because our moderators share their screen with you throughout the day. And you actually have the ability to toggle through, okay, you have the ability to toggle through different people's screen shares. So let's say there's Adam right there, guys. So if you guys want to view my screen, if you want to view Jason Simmons' screen, okay, which is one of our TG moderators, you can do so by going right up here in the top right-hand corner. You'll see there's a drop-down tab. Now, right now, Adam is the only one that's sharing his screen. But during the day, I'm sharing my screen, Jason Simmons is sharing his screen, and you can come up here and say, okay, so let's say if I'm talking about a particular stock, or I'm trading a stock that you want to be paying attention to, you come right up here and you click on this drop down, you can select my screen and you'll see my screen. If Jason Simmons is talking about a particular stock and you want to see what he's talking about, you can come right up here, you click on this and you can go and you can view Jason Simmons' screen. Okay? Okay, and you can view Jason Simmons. So you guys can toggle back and forth, okay, between which moderator you want to see their screen. Okay. The other thing that you guys will notice is is that we have everything is live audio. So all of your moderators, okay, have the ability to speak during the day. Okay, myself, the Wolf, Jason Simmons, Alex Campbell, Chris Toner, Jay Downing. Those are your moderators in chat. We are all on the microphone telling you what we see, what we're doing every single step of the way. I get on the microphone. I tell you guys exactly where I'm buying. I tell you why I'm buying. I break down my analysis for you live on the microphone every day. Okay? Every trade all day long, we are on the microphone walking you through our analysis. Okay? The other thing that you guys will notice is that you have the ability to send private messages to our moderators. Now you can see right here, your moderators are right here on the left-hand side of your screen. Okay, the moderators are identified by the TGD logos. Underneath would be users. So you still have some users that are sitting here in chat. Okay, all you need to do is click on the icon or double click, okay, to send a private chat, okay, to send a private chat to one of our moderators. You have the ability to direct message and private message us throughout the course of the trading day and to ask us questions, okay? Oh, there it is. So here you guys can see private chat just came through from Adam. See how it says, hey there? I got a notification here on the top right that someone just sent me a private message. I click on that and here it is. Here's Adam. Hey there. Hey there, bud. There's your private message. And you guys can private message people during the day and toggle here through the group chat, or here's my DM. Group chat, here's my DM. So if I go back, click on group chat, I'm now back in the group chat and I'm sitting here and I can type in chat. Okay, and we can type away in chat. Okay, there's the wolf right there. There he is. All right, so there it is, guys. There is your chat room. Okay, now what I want to show you guys next is the alerts. Okay, up here in the top left-hand side of my screen, you guys see the alert section. Every single trade alert gets posted up here in real time. So when I call out a stock, okay, I'll do something like this. Okay, this is how I call out trade alerts in our chat room. And I'll do something like this, okay? And then I say, send. Now, you guys just heard that ka-ching sound. Notice how the alert pops up on the left-hand side of my screen in the alerts tab. And then you guys will also see that it popped up there on the right-hand side of my screen. But the other thing that you guys will notice is that I just got a push notification on my cell phone. Well, my push notification says, if you guys can see, oops, if you guys can see right here, my push notifications, you will see right here that it says alert from True Trading Group. Michael Edward just posted a trade alert. Okay, so there's your alert. Oops. So there's your alert from my mobile app, from True Trade Alert, that says Michael Edward just bought CORT. Okay, so now I can open that up and it will take me directly into the chat room once I open up my mobile app. Okay, and then there's the alert as I open up my mobile app. So here you guys can see on my cell phone, there it is, Michael Edward instantly, right? I just sent that alert in chat. You instantly get a push notification sent to your cell phone. There it is, Michael Edward, long, CORT, 2112, stop loss, $20 area. And it's right there in your chat on your mobile app, okay? Now on my mobile app, I can also click and I can also view the screen share. Now I can view the screen share on my mobile app. Every single TGD member can download a mobile app on your Android or your iPhone. But the push notifications that you get in chat, those trade alerts, come through real time on your cell phone. You saw there was no delay whatsoever from the time that trade alert came through in the chat room to the time that trade alert came through on my cell phone. It is in real time. There is no delay. So for those of you that work full 9-to-5 jobs and are worried that, well, you know, I can't be in chat all the time, okay, you know, I can't be in chat, I can't follow along with all these trades. Yes, you can. By downloading our mobile app, you will be able to easily and seamlessly follow along with all of our trade alerts because those real-time push notifications will come through on your tablet, on your iPhone, on your Android. Okay? All of this is included in your membership, guys. That mobile app is free with your membership. Okay? It's awesome. It makes trading on the go seamless and easy. Whether you're on the golf course, you're at the grocery store, you're sitting in a meeting, you're on some boring ass conference call listening to your boss talk about something stupid, you guys can follow along with what it is that we're trading during the day, even if you're working that 9-to-5 job. That's why we have that mobile app. We have that mobile app so that the everyday person that has other responsibilities during the day can still follow along and profit from the trading action that we are doing every single day live in the TTG chat room. The next thing that I want to show you guys and I want to point out to you is our Benzinga news feed and Squawk. Okay, our Benzinga news feed. Okay, here is our Benzinga news feed. So with your chat, with your membership, you get included a Benzinga Pro news feed. Okay, I'll click on the Benzinga news feed, and here's your Benzinga news feed. Okay, let me make sure that you are viewing it. I might need to share another window. Yep, I got to share another window. So hold on, guys. I got to share another window here so you guys can see the Benzinga Pro newsfeed. Okay, now there's your Benzinga Pro newsfeed. Okay, so now real time up to second updates, guys. Up to the second, you can see all these timestamps Okay, all of these timestamps, you guys can see whenever a piece of news comes out through Benzinga, you will get notified the date, the time, the stock that is tagged in that news release, and the headline. This is all included. This is all included in your membership. Okay, this is your Benzinga news feed. Okay, and then here's your squawk. Okay, here's your squawk. We also have a squawk box. Now, this squawk box, I have it on right now. Okay, I have this on right now. This is a squawk box, guys, that you guys can actually listen as news feeds come out over the wire. Okay, so you can listen in on the squawk box and listen to when there's news updates, or you guys can go through your Benzinga news feed and see what stocks have news or what the highlights are, what the headlines are on that particular stock. Okay, now obviously right now markets are closed. There's nobody talking about news or anything like that on the squawk. Okay, because it's 10:30 at night. All right, but during market hours, you guys can turn on the squawk and you guys can listen to any news announcements that come across the wire. Okay, so there is your Benzinga Pro news feed, and this is all included in your membership. Okay, none of this costs anything extra. All of this is included in your dashboard. Okay. All of this is included. All right, guys. So there you have it. That's our trading chat room. All right. That's our trading chat room, so you guys can see and get a feel for how everything works in our chat. All right. That's our chat room. Now, let me shut down our chat room. And the next, I want to move on. I want to show you guys the next. Resource and tool that's available to you as a member. Okay, so now that I showed you guys the trading chat room, the next thing that I want to show you is our trade simulator. Okay, because I recommend all of our new traders. Okay, also guys, you'll notice right here is where your watch list gets loaded every day. Every day from around 8:30 a.m. till 9 a.m. we'll upload our watch list on the day, so you'll know exactly what stocks we're paying attention to on the day, and also why we're paying attention to them and what it is we expect them to do. Okay, the next thing I want you guys to notice here is a trading simulator. Okay. Because I recommend everybody takes advantage and uses this simulator. So guys, bear with me 1 second while I pull it up. All right. Okay, guys, so here we go. So here is your trade simulator. Okay, guys, here is your trade simulator. All right. Now, the first thing that you guys will notice here as we get to our trade simulator, okay, is that you have the ability with our trade simulator, okay, to select what type of an account you want your simulator to be. You can set it to be a margin account. You can set it to be a cash account. You can set it to be $5,000 in buying power. You can set it to be $100,000 in buying power. I suggest all of you set your account up exactly the way it would be if it was real money. If you're only going to have $2,000 in your account, set your account to $2,000. Okay? Treat it like it's real. Okay? Treat it like it's real. So the first thing that you guys will notice, here's your interactive chart where you guys can, put your different indicators. Here's your list of all the indicators that you guys can add to your screen. You can change the style of the chart if you want. You can set your time frame. Okay, if you want your time frame to be a 5-minute chart, no problem. You can set it to be a 5-minute chart. Okay, you can play with this as you want. Okay, and adjust your chart. Okay. right here, I want you guys to notice that we have level 2. We have included in your trade simulator real-time level 2, full book level 2. So you guys do not need to pay for some outside third-party service to get real-time level 2. It is included in your membership with your trade simulator, where you guys can practice trading stocks and options with fake money, but with real-time data. So it's very easy for you guys to follow along with what it is that we're trading during the day in chat with fake money, but real-time data. So you guys can make all those same trades with us when we make them. Okay. And there's your full live level 2. Okay. And right here is your trade ticket. Right here is where you would buy, here's your market type, market order. Okay. Buy, sell short. How many shares do you want to buy? You want to set your limit orders. Here's your stop limit order. Okay, here's trailing stops. So you guys can, mess around. That's where you guys will actually place your trade on our simulator. Okay, now that's for trading stocks. And then if you want to go ahead and you want to trade options, I'll take you guys over to the options. What you will notice is an option chain. Okay, here is our option chain. Okay, so this is where you guys are going to see your strike price, your expiration date. Here's where you can select your strike range if you want your expirations. Okay, you can select your expiration dates right here. Okay, and that's when you can look at all the different calls and puts for this particular stock. Now, guys, listen, if this looks foreign to you and you don't understand what you're looking at, don't worry about it. It's all covered in the intro to options trading courses that are available on the website. This might look intimidating, but believe me, once you go through the courses, you'll know exactly what it is that you're looking at. It's a lot easier to understand than it may look at first glance. But this is where you guys can go ahead and you guys can trade options. Here's where you would actually place the options trade, and there's your options chain. So you've got real-time level 2, full book, and you've got real-time data for a complete option chain included in your trade simulator. Okay. And that's where you guys can go ahead and you guys can practice trading. Here's your orders tab. You can see your open positions, your past orders, and here's open orders. Okay. And you guys can monitor this and everything here. Here's all the data on your account. Okay. You can set price alerts. You can create a watch list. Tons and tons and tons of resources and tools at your fingertips with the TTG platform. Okay. So that's your trade simulator. Next, I'm going to show you guys our stock screener. Okay, next I'm going to show you guys our stock screener. Okay, now here is your stock screener. All right, so here's your stock screener. Okay, guys, now this is also included with your membership. Everything I'm showing you guys is included. Your stock screener allows you to filter through particular stocks on the day, so you know exactly where you should be focusing your attention. Let's say, for example, you wanted to find out, okay, what stocks are up more than 15% on the day. Okay, you want to know what stocks are up more than 15% on the day. And then you want to know what stocks are up more than 15% on the day that have traded more than 100,000 shares. And you want to know what stocks have done that are trading below $100 a share. Okay, so now what my screener has just now done for me, okay, is filter through every single stock. Let me switch to dark mode for you guys. Yeah, that's probably easier for you guys to see. Okay, so I switched to dark mode. So guys, you can also switch everything to dark mode on our platform if it's easier on your eyes. So what I've just done now is I've created a screen where I'm showing every stock that's trading below $100 a share, that's up more than 15% on the day, and has traded more than 100,000 shares in volume. And there's my list. CORT, look at that right at the top of the list. Then LONE, VRA, TSRI, GO. Okay, here's U1. Okay, so it'll show you every single stock that meets that criteria. And this is how you guys can know what stocks you want to be focusing your attention on most. Okay, so that's your stock screener. All right. Here, if you guys want to, we'll click on CORT, right? So CORT is top of the list. Let's click on CORT. Bang, look what pops up. Okay, look what pops up when you click on the stock. Here's a description on the company. Here's their information. Here's a stock chart. And here's information. Last trade, okay, market cap, volume, 52-week low, 52-week high. Some nice little info and details on the stock once you guys click on it from when it's on your screener. Okay, so if you, let's say you want to look at GoGo, GoGo's on the list. You say, okay, well, what about GoGo? What about, can I have some information on GoGo? Just click on it. Bang, this information pops up. You got information about the company, what they do, description. Look at all this information that pops up just with the click of your button. Okay, click of your mouse, you get a chart, everything. Okay, all of this information is included with your membership. All right. That's your stock screener. All right, next I'm going to move on and I'm going to show you guys our stock profile tool. Before I keep going, I want to make sure that I'm not doing this for my own health. For those of you that are not members of True Trading Group, do you guys want me to keep going? You guys want me to keep going? For those of you that are not members of True Trading Group, do you want to see the rest of the platform? Do you want me to keep going? If not, guys, I'm going to bed. I don't have to be doing this. I'm doing this for you.
Thanks, Megan.
Yes. Okay, good. We got a bunch of yeses. Okay, cool. All right. So if you guys want me to keep going, I'm going to show you guys the rest of the platform. I'm going to show you guys what else you have. I'm going to show you guys what else you have access to. Now, you'll notice we have a lot of things here going on the left-hand side of my screen. Stock profile tool. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to show you guys the stock profile tool. Okay, here's your stock profile tool. This is your ultimate due diligence companion. You guys can look up any stock you are interested in. You guys want to know about AMD, you type in AMD, you click on it, boom. You get a downloadable PDF report. Okay, you guys get a downloadable PDF report on AMD. And as I scroll down, you will see a ton of information available to you. Okay, here's a profile on the company. Here's all of their news releases. Here are curated stories. Here's all their SEC filings. Here's an interactive chart to see their price history. Here's a list of calendar for their corporate events. You guys want to know when they announce their next earnings report? Right here, guys, look no further, right under corporate events. You guys want to know all their financials? Here's all their financial information. You can even export to an Excel file. You can actually export all of this data and save it for your due diligence. Okay, look at this. You can actually select your type. What do you want to look at? You want to look at their income statement? You want to look at their balance sheet? You guys want to look at their cash flow? What time period? You want to look at it annually or you want to look at it quarterly? You guys can go and get all of this information is at your fingertips. It is the ultimate due diligence tool. And my favorite part of the stock profile tool is this tab right here, analyst ratings. We compile for you every single analyst rating that covers a particular stock. So we are going to show you how many analysts have a strong buy, a moderate buy, a hold, a moderate sell, or a strong sell. You guys can come right here. There are 24 analysts that cover AMD, and we show you right here, 13 of them have a strong buy, 11 have a hold. All of this information can help you in making your trading and investment decisions. And it's all right here at your fingertips. Guys, every single thing I'm showing you right now is included for free with your membership. There are no upsells for any of these resources and tools that I'm showing you guys right now. Okay, now I want to go through, I want to show you guys the courses. Okay, the first thing that I want you to notice is the top right of your screen. You'll notice a bunch of colorful badges. At the end of every single course in the TTG curriculum, there's an exam. You score 85 or higher on the exam, you earn a badge for that course. Earn all badges for every course, you become TTG certified. When you become TTG certified, okay, you guys can get a little certificate. You can print it out. You can hang it on your wall. You can put it on your desk. You can share it on social media. You also get a green check mark in our chat room next to your username that lets other TTG members know that you have completed all of the curriculum and you've passed all of the courses. So your opinion now and your comments in chat carry more weight because other members know that you have completed the entire curriculum. And what does that mean when you complete the TTG curriculum? Guys, understand what the curriculum is in True Trading Group. When I started working at a hedge fund, I had to go through a 3-month educational program where I had to learn, okay, I literally sat in a classroom style setting for 3 months while different traders and analysts came in and they taught me different things about trading stocks and options that I implement in my trading today. I have simplified that 3-month experience and I've created beginner and introduction foundation courses for stock trading, advanced courses for stock trading, beginner courses for options, advanced courses for options, trader psychology courses, part 1, trader psychology course, part 2, how to trade a stock market crash. Guys, we even have a tax course that can help you guys do your taxes when it comes to trading. All of this is included in the TTG curriculum, which you get included in your membership. There are no upsells. There's no, okay, buy a membership, you get these courses, but then if you want the VIP membership, you get these special courses. Every single thing I'm showing you right now is included with a membership. We are an all-inclusive program. There are no upsells ever. You pay one price for one membership and you get access to everything. And you always will get access to everything. We are constantly adding new tools, new resources. That Benzinga Pro newsfeed and that Squawk Box is new. We just put that on the site a couple weeks ago. If you were a member, okay, you automatically get access to that. Okay, you automatically get access to that. There are no upsells whenever a new course is loaded or a new feature gets loaded. Okay, now as I move down, I want to show you guys the courses are here on the left-hand side of my screen. I want to show you what one of the courses looks like. Here's an advanced, let's go click on the advanced course section. Okay, here's your advanced courses, tier trading system, the TTG triangle, technical indicators. Okay, I'm just going to click on the TTG triangle course. Just I want to show you guys what one of these courses looks like. Okay, first thing I want you to note is that every single course that we have comes in video and text format. Okay, every single course comes in video and text format. Okay, and as I scroll down, you'll see there's 5 different chapters for this particular course. All right, let's just click on the morning setup. I just want to go through. I want to show you guys these courses. And here is a 17-minute long video talking about a morning setup for a TTG triangle. And then you can go through lesson by lesson and read via text. So whether you're a visual learner, okay, whether you're a visual learner or you guys are like to actually read, okay, lessons, you can do either one. Or you can have the video playing in the background and follow along on the text version of the actual course itself, okay? So every single section comes with video and text, whatever you prefer. Now I want to actually show you guys, I want to show you what a course looks like. Okay, I want to show you what a course looks like because like I said, here you can see all the chapters. Now here's your exam. So we'll click on the course 6, the TTG triangle exam. And now the exam is multiple choice. So you guys are going to go through. Okay, I'm just going to randomly select an answer. I'm not looking at the question. And next, just like you're taking a college exam on a computer. Okay, and you guys go through these quizzes. Okay, you go through these quizzes, and if you score an 85% or higher, okay, at the end of the quiz, you earn a badge for that particular course. Okay, and if you score 85% or higher, you get a certificate. Okay, you get a certificate for that course. Okay, you get a certificate for that course. That's why I said, see right here, print your certificate. Okay, and then what that does, once you get the certificate for that course, you will then get that color badge up here on the top right of your member dashboard. And like I said, when you get all badges, that is when you will become TTG certified, and you will get a green check in chat. Okay. So those are your courses. I'll just show you guys. Here's the foundation course for beginners to trade stocks, the advanced course for advanced stock trading. Options 101 is the intro to beginner options. Here's your advanced options, trader psychology, trading a market crash, and then your tax course. Okay, so those are where all your courses can be found right there on your member dashboard. Okay. The next thing I want to show you guys now is our webinars and our study groups. Okay, our webinars and our workshops, because we are constantly doing webinars and workshops with all of our members. Okay, we cover various topics. Okay, so here we did a webinar just the other day that showed new members how to use our trade simulator. Okay, all of our workshops and webinars that are for members only, they are all recorded. You can go back and you can watch the video at a later date. But here's our trading simulator workshop if you want to learn how to use the simulator. Here is, these are all trading workshop videos. Okay, here was, if you guys are interested in trading cryptocurrency, we had an intro to crypto trading by Alex Campbell, who's one of our TTG moderators. He's the only person in our chat, the only moderator that trades crypto. I don't trade crypto, Alex does. If you're interested in trading crypto, we did an intro to trading crypto webinar. Okay, now here is the last webinar that I did on August 20th, which was how to grow a small account. This was a 2-hour long webinar that I did with our TTG members, okay, on how to grow a small account from 500 to 25,000. And I talked about and covered various different topics.
All right.
Okay, I covered various different topics and different things on this workshop and webinar. Moving down, you can see swing trading workshop hosted by Jay Downing, who's one of our other TTG moderators, and so on and so on and so on. Okay, here's another one. Here's option swing trading by the Wolf. Okay, and you guys can come into here and you can go and you guys can view all of our webinars and workshops that are available to all TTG members. Okay, next I want to show you guys Trader Palooza. Okay, next I'm going to show you guys Trader Palooza. Trader Palooza is a virtual trading workshop that we do in True Trading Group, okay, about once every 2 months, where myself and every single moderator on a Saturday spends 1 hour each covering different topics on trading. Okay, you guys can log into Trader Palooza on your own schedule to see what workshops you want to attend. We send out an itinerary before every Trader Palooza event. So let's say if at 10 o'clock I'm doing a seminar on risk management, you can log in and join me for that seminar. If you want to join the Wolf for marijuana stocks workshop at 3 p.m. You can log in at 3 p.m. You can join the Wolf for his workshop. You guys can join these virtual trading workshops live, but again, all of them are recorded. Okay, so I'll click on the most recent Trader Palooza event, and you'll see here every single workshop from the Trader Palooza event is recorded. They're all about an hour to an hour and a half long, and you can go through one by one and you can watch each workshop based on the topic. So here I did his topic on trader psychology. Here's advanced options trading by Chris Toner. He's one of our moderators that has over 20 years of experience. Here's swing trading with Alex Campbell and Jay Downing. Here's profiting from sin stocks by the Wolf Spadafora. Here's how to set up your chart and your scanner by Jason Simmons, another one of our moderators. Okay, that is a Trader Palooza event. It is an all-day long event that you can come in and participate live, or you can go back and you can watch the Trader Palooza event because it is recorded. Last but not least, we have our trade history tab. Our trade history tab is where you guys can go and you can actually view and track all of our moderators' trade performance. Okay, you will see here that since July 16th, we are sporting a 78% accuracy rating amongst the entire group in the chat room. So 78% of our room are accurate. Now, as I move down, you guys will actually be able to see all of our individual names. Okay, so if you want to know what are the stocks that I have traded, you click on my name and you will get an entire spreadsheet of every single one of the trades that I have called out, the entry price, the time, okay, the ticker symbol, the stop loss, the profit, okay, notes from the trade, and you can see here the percentage gain on each. Okay, so here's where you guys can go and you can follow and track all of my trades. Okay, now let's say you want to know what the Wolf has done. You guys want to go and see what the Wolf has done. All you have to do then, guys, is click on Jason Spatafora's name and his spreadsheet pulls up. And you will be able to see on his spreadsheet every single trade that he has made, as well as the percentage gain on those trades. Okay. And this way you guys can go ahead and you can follow along and you can track all of our trade history.
Can you see how many trades do I have? I haven't looked at it in a while. Can you go back one? Look at
193.
193 wins, 22 losses. Jesus, I got to pump.
All right, guys. So that's your trade history. All right. So, guys, this is everything. This is everything. This is your entire member dashboard. Okay. Everything that I just showed you all, okay, on this little walkthrough, everything that I just showed you is included for free with your membership. Okay. Everything I just showed you is included for free with your membership. Now, let me ask you guys, for those of you that are not TTG members, first of all, do you think this is cool shit? Second of all, how much do you guys think something like this costs? Big money? You guys think it costs big money? Cool, right? 5 to 10K. You guys think this costs 5 to 10K? 5K? What if I told you guys 4K? I don't know, but I know it's damn worth it. 2,500, 2K, 6K. So you guys think that this costs anywhere from $2,500 to $10,000. $2,100. $10K. What if I told you guys right now that you could get every single thing that I just showed you on that walkthrough for less than a cup of coffee a day? Dicer thinks it's 5 to 10K. Marco thinks it's 5,000 on sale. What if I told you you can get all of this for one full year for $1,198? Jared thinks it's 20K. What if I told you guys you can get the chat room, the mobile app, all the courses, the screener, the simulator, the Squawk Box, the Benzinga Pro feed, the webinars, the workshops, the Trader Palooza? What if I told you you can get all of that for $1,198 for the entire year? Because that is what you guys have the opportunity to do right here, right now. Until Monday at midnight, we are running a 41% discount for a 1-year membership to True Trading Group by using the coupon code TTG920. Use the coupon code TTG920 on that link. We're also posting the link in chat you guys can click on, where you can take advantage of a 41% discount that we are running until Monday at midnight. That is our Labor Day weekend sale. Every single thing I just showed you, you can get for $1,198. It is an absolute steal, not because I'm telling you because it's my program. I'm telling you because a Benzinga Pro news feed alone will cost you $500 or $600. A real-time book level 2 on a third-party service provider is going to cost you several $100 for the year. Now, how about a professional trading education? The curriculum and the courses you're going to go through, it's not some gimmick. It's not some bullshit I figured out in my mother's basement. It's not some special secret I figured out on my own. It's the same stuff I was taught working at a hedge fund on Wall Street. Now ask yourself this. How many of you can send a job resume to a hedge fund on Wall Street right now and get hired to get the experience and education that I received when I worked at a hedge fund right out of college? How many of you can get hired at a hedge fund right now to get that education? Maybe one or two of you out of the hundreds of people that are on this live stream right now would even get a look at their resume. You can get that education and that experience by going through the courses that are on the website that are in the curriculum that I showed you come in video form and text form, because I wrote the courses. It's a simplified version of what I learned at the hedge fund. I didn't figure this stuff out on my own, guys. I learned this. I was taught this. I'm humble enough to say I didn't know shit when I graduated college and I got hired at the hedge fund. They literally taught me everything that I implement in my trading today. If when I was going through these trade recaps with you and I showed you the trade setup on FEAC, I showed you recognizing the bullish setup on the SPY, recognizing the bearish signal on CORT, and you wonder how the hell does Mike know that stuff? It's because I was taught by people that are far better than me. Now I'm sitting here trying to teach you the exact same stuff that I was taught working at a hedge fund on Wall Street. You are getting access to every single thing that I just showed you on this walkthrough by using that coupon code TTG920 to get a 41% discount and get all of this for just $1,198. I just asked all of you, how much do you think this is worth? And the cheapest response that you guys said was $2,500. Some of you even said over $10,000. Now, the value in this, it's 10 grand easy. It's 10 grand easy in value. You're getting a hedge fund education. You're getting real-time level 2. You're getting a real-time pro newsfeed. You're getting endless live webinars, live study groups, and one-on-one mentorship and Trader Palooza events. You're getting all of this stuff live by pro traders. The value in that is over $10,000. But I'm telling you guys all right now that for less than what I go to Starbucks basically almost every morning. I get a venti ice cold brew. Okay, I get a venti cold brew. That cost me like $4.70. $1,198 divided out by the year is less than what I pay for a cup of coffee a day. Think about the math in that way. If you guys are actually serious about getting a professional education, you're tired of all the bullshit out there, you're tired of being sold the dream, you're tired of being told just follow this simple strategy and you guys can make millions, and you guys want to get a real professional education and be able to follow professional traders and trade alerts and get access to all these resources and tools, it's time that you guys take advantage of this discount code and get access to this program for $1,198. Now, let's say you're still not convinced. Let's say I showed you all of this and you're like, you know what? Mike seems like a cool guy, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to do this. Try us out. Try us out for an entire week. Because right now, you guys also have the ability, if you're not ready to sign up right now, okay, you have the ability to do a 7-day trial for just a one-time payment of $3. Okay, for just a one-time payment of $3. If you're not yet ready to join the TTG family and you want to give us a test drive first, you guys can join our TTG3 program. It is a 7-day trial for a one-time payment of $3. Let me explain to you what you get for $3. For $3, you are going to get 7 days of access to our member dashboard that I just showed you. Some of those resources and tools are going to be locked. What you will have access to for 7 days is our stock profile tool, our Benzinga Pro newsfeed. You're also going to get access to 3 courses that I put together specifically for this program that I think are guaranteed to help make you a better trader. You're also going to get 3 days in our chat room to trade with us live. So again, for just $3, you're going to get to come in our chat room for 3 days. You're going to get 3 courses. You're going to get our Benzinga Pro news feed for 7 days. And you're going to get our stock profile tool for 7 days. And you're going to get access to our trade history so you can go through and you can see, you know what? Let me see how good these guys really are. Let me go look at their trade history. Let me see all Mike's trades for the last 2 months. Let me see all the Wolf's trades for the last 2 months. Let me see how good these guys really are. You are going to get all of that for just $3. It's a one-time payment. It's not reoccurring. Now, you can upgrade to a full-time membership during this 7-day trial at any time, but you're under no obligation to do so. However, you will not get that 41% discount. Okay? You will not get that 41% discount in the TTG3 platform. Now, we do have special perks and special discounts for the TTG3 program. But I cannot promise you that you are going to be able to get the 41% discount by using the coupon code TTG920 and get an entire 1-year membership for just $1,198. Okay. Also, I'm going to be doing a laptop giveaway. We worked out a deal with a Asus laptop wholesaler, and we are going to be raffling off a brand new Asus gaming laptop. Guys, for those of you that don't know, Asus is the same brand of laptop that I use for my own trading. We are going to be raffling off for free, okay, for all of our TGD members, a new Asus laptop on Friday. Okay, now you guys have to be a member of True Trading Group by tomorrow at midnight to be included in the raffle on Friday. Okay, so if you guys want right now, you can use coupon code TTG920, get a 41% discount on a membership, get access to everything I showed you on this live stream on that member dashboard, and get yourself included in the raffle to possibly win a new Asus laptop. Okay, all of that is what you guys have access to. Okay, and that's it, gang. All right, that's it. Okay, take advantage of this coupon code, guys. Take advantage of this discount while it still lasts. It expires on Monday night. It's something we're only doing for Labor Day, and the prices go up after Monday. Okay, Monday at midnight, our prices are going back up. But if you guys want that 41% discount, normally our membership is $2,048 for the year. With this coupon code, you can pay just $1,198. So take advantage of this coupon code before it expires Monday at midnight and join TTG for just $1,198. Get access to everything I just showed you guys. Okay? That's it, gang. All right? I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. I hope to see many of you new faces that are new to the group. I hope to see you guys in chat with us tomorrow. Take advantage of that discount code. All right, guys. Today was a blast. I had a great time. Thanks for joining me on this live stream. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow.